This Calgary Flames prospect update is insane as we have the first of two next-gen showcase games tonight where our extraordinary prospects will be on full display. Many young guns are trying to impress to hopefully have a better chance at securing a roster spot, which has huge implications on not only their careers, but the future success of the team. We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. We got a lot of prospects to talk about, but let's talk about the main man, the man who is making a lot of headlines, I'd say, over the past day or two here, and it's exciting. Hockey is finally back. We get to see the prospects in the next-gen showcase, and it all starts tonight. And the main man, well, we'll get into it in a second. First, we have a little article here, originally from the Win column, written by Khalid Khashoggi. He writes 5 Calgary Flames prospects to watch at the next-gen showcase. So the Calgary Flames and Edmonton Oilers prospects officially play tonight in the first game of the 2025 Next-Gen Showcase. This home-and-home series features some of the brightest young stars in each organization as they head into training camp and the start of this season. While most will be playing in lower leagues or the AHL this season, this tournament is an opportunity to see what the team has in their prospects and to evaluate progress year over year as they push to become NHLers. And look, we know who our top prospect is. It's Zane Parekh. He doesn't really... he's not playing in the next-gen showcase because of injury, but he doesn't really need to be on display. So who's the main man other than him? Who do most Flames fans have their eyes on? Well, it is Samuel Honzek, the man who was, of course, on the thumbnail for this video. So Sammy Honzek is the name to watch this training camp. After a dreadful season last season in the AHL, where the former first-round pick put up just 21 points in 52 games, he comes into this year 15 pounds heavier to fill out his 6'4" frame. This feels like a revenge season for Honzek. He was inches away from making the team full-time last season and will be out to prove he deserves a spot in the NHL this year. This tournament should be his coming out party, and he will be given every opportunity to show his stuff through it. Expect him to play top minutes this tournament and really come out flying. And look, it's only a year ago at this time that he had a wicked training camp, an unreal preseason, and cracked the lineup to start the year. Didn't impress at the NHL level and then didn't impress at the AHL level either, which is a little bit disappointing. But key here, he's put on 15 pounds to try and fill out a little bit, and that's what all the talk has been about. Now, Eric Francis wrote a long article. You can go read it on Sportsnet. It's great. I could have gone over the whole thing in this video, but decided not to. But just one tweet here. He says, Ham Honzek was the story of last year's prospects camp, making the Flames roster to open the season. He's positioning himself well to make similar noise by adding 15 pounds to his 6'4" frame this summer. Just reiterating, obviously putting on that weight. Ryan Pike, also after the Flames, let's start with the Flames tweet here. So the Flames tweeted, there's more guys coming in, more competitive, and that's good because it's going to help us improve. That was a quote from Honzek as he spoke on his offseason training and on his mindset headed into a new campaign. Great quote there from Honzek. Ryan Pike said, we often hear players talk about how much they learned in their first taste of pro. Hearing a lot of that from Sam Honzek. He's a fascinating story in this year's camp, and he really is. I think all eyes essentially are going to be on Sammy Honzek. We hope he has obviously a training camp in preseason like he did last year and then is unreal at the NHL level as well, because the potential is still there. The skill, the smarts are there. It's just that he got pushed around so much, especially at the AHL level. It seemed like he was getting shoved around and wasn't looking great along the boards and obviously wasn't able to produce many points because of it. But putting on a lot of weight is a great sign here. I know a lot of people want to lose weight, me included, but for Sammy Honzek, important to gain some. Seems like he has taken the right steps this offseason and is more primed to get at least a full-time NHL role, if not, hopefully do a lot better at the AHL with the Wranglers. But that's the main man. But let's get into some other notables for this little next-gen showcase here. And the next name on the list from that article we originally took a look at, all credit due to the author, by the way, is Etienne Morin. So while many eyes will be on his partner, Hunter Brustevich, who is a more noteworthy prospect, the player to really watch is Etienne Morin. The two-way defenseman graduates from the Q after putting up nearly a point per game in the regular season for the Moncton Wildcats. How Morin translates to the AHL will be the key question, where Zane Parekh and Brustevich both bring strong offensive ability and weaker defensive reliability. Morin can play both sides of the ice very well. He is expected to play top pairing minutes through the tournament and will likely have to cover for his partner in many games. He's a player to watch to see how he holds his own against the Oilers top prospects, I guess we can say, not necessarily players. But it will be very interesting to watch him. A lot of Flames fans still want him to be kind of the defenseman that rises through the ranks over some others. Not really Parekh, but maybe over a couple others. Because he was great for Moncton last year and has a bit more of a two-way game, even though a lot of people would swing towards calling him another offensive defenseman. But he is fantastic as well. A lot of eyes will be on Mr. Morin. Next, Andrew Basha, or Andrew Basha. Andrew Basha. So Basha may be the most underrated prospect in the Flames system today. Coming off an injury-shortened season, Basha has not gotten the hype other prospects from his draft class have, and this tournament is a chance to show that he is still a player to know. Known for both his skating and playmaking ability, Basha is an energy player who can play up and down the lineup. Whether he has fully rehabbed his injury is going to be the big question for him this season, and if so, can he make an impact in the AHL this season? He will probably be playing in the middle six this tournament, but expect him to have some flash to his game this tournament. And he is fantastic, just was obviously injured for essentially all of last year, but he's still really good. Fans, rightly so, are still very hyped about him, and he could make some noise in this training camp, in the little, next gen home and home here with the Oilers as well. Very good to keep some eyes on him as well. Next, Adar Suniev, a guy who we've seen a little bit of. So one of the older prospects in the tournament, Suniev finished his NCAA career last year, putting up 38 points in 35 games for UMass. He then featured in his first NHL game for the Flames right at the end of the season. One of the most exciting games to watch all year. Now, Suniev will be gunning for a spot with the big club full-time and will have his hands full to prove he belongs in the league. Expect him to show he's too good to be a prospect at this tournament as he hunts for a spot in the NHL. And that's obviously with fingers and toes crossed. I kind of expect Suniev to be in the AHL this year. Maybe we'll see some NHL minutes. That would be fantastic, obviously, for his development. But don't be shocked if he's not too great. But let's hope he does really good in this tournament because, again, a lot of eyes will be on him. Now, last one here is Matvei Gradin. So the former first rounder was the Q's top offensive rookie, and a member of the CHL all-rookie team this past year as he finished his junior career. Heading into the AHL, he will be looking to prove that he deserves a look in the NHL sooner than later. He likely needs at least a year in the A before making the jump, but the winger with a wicked shot and great skating will be looking to get to the big game sooner. Keep an eye on the Russian winger as he looks to take the next step in his development. Puck drops on all of the action in Edmonton tonight at 7 p.m. local time, with a return leg in Calgary on Sunday afternoon. Just to reiterate, here it is again if you want to visually see it, but it is, I guess, technically the first game day of the year, even if it's just the Next Gen Showcase first game. But up in Edmonton, it should be super exciting. I believe the Flames are streaming it off their website. Do not quote me on that, but that should be the way to watch it at 7 p.m. Should be so exciting to watch some of these young guys. The Oilers have some good young ones as well, so it should make for exciting hockey, and hopefully we get to see, a real showcase from these guys. Some guys show out and maybe give them an edge to help the Flames at the NHL level, and help the future of the franchise. It's all exciting, and it all starts tonight, of course. Now let's get into the comment of the day to wrap up this video. It comes from yesterday's video, of course, which went over, Boston rumors with Zacha coming here, Andersson going the other way, and this is true here from Steve. So Steve says the last time you talked about this rumor, it was Raz for Zacha, peak, and a first-round pick. As a fan of both teams, I think it's a good deal. So yeah, obviously Pavel Zacha, 1-for-1 with Raz makes no sense. Are the Bruins even shopping Zacha? Don't really know, but Zacha, peak, and a first. To this guy who's a fan of both teams, seems like it's a good deal. I don't know. I would take that deal personally, but again, I'm not Craig Conroy, and who knows. But rumors are rumors. Raz to Boston, it could happen. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to what you saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.